evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very, very, very much. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? If you're with me, let me see your chat in the comments. Say hi, hello, and let me know if you're in house. I'll bring on our guest very soon, but then I want to know who is with me, who is live with me right now, ASAP. So if you're in, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. So I guess it's live with us already, and I just hope that we are ready for the justice that is to be done to this discussion tonight. Hi, Abdulmuiz. Good evening.
Hi, Belkis. Good evening.
How are you
Good
doing?
evening. I am doing good. I am doing well. How are you too?
Trying to get my people.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
That's
I
no
am fine,
problem.
thank you. Thank God it's Friday, so tomorrow is for rest. Even if we don't rest, we know they do that one for here. So
Um,
how are you doing? I am just waiting for my community manager to come online so that I can know what is happening with everything and how it is going.
that's fine. No problem. Let's wait.
So we start in nine by 9:03. 2 minutes we start. So whatever happens is good. All right, welcome back, everybody, and thank you so much. If you're just joining in, let me know in the comments. Let me know where you're joining from. I want to say hi to everybody tonight. Last week was so crazy; I couldn't say hi to everybody. I am very sorry about that. But today, everyone was getting hi. Hi, hello in the comments. So my comment is here. I'm looking at it. Once you're in, let me know. Hello, hi. Let's know where you're where you're coming in from, and let's get right into it. So this is 9:03. Abdul Muiz, please, we're ready for you. Good evening.
All right. Finally, it's nice to get started. Good evening.
Welcome, Zakaria Rashid. Good evening. Thank you so much for taking out time to be here with us. Thank you so much for saying yes to the call. It's actually a pleasure, and we are super excited to learn from you. So, first thing first, thank you, Zakaria, for joining in, and I like this energy Zakaria has in the comments, and thank you so much. So, the discussion tonight is building sustainable systems for financial stability. I know that's a whole lot of words, right? But then we are talking about
All right.
having monetary freedom. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's breaking kind of, but I can hear you. So
Hello,
go
can you
on.
hear me? Okay, my voice is breaking.
Yeah, kind of. It's fine now, however. It's fine
Okay,
now.
let me see what I can do. Okay, all right, great. So when we think about monetary freedom, right, it comes with a lot of things because I sometimes feel like money is not something that wants to be sustainable. It's okay if I am wrong, but it doesn't want you to be able to sustain it. Whenever you start earning, whenever you start doing one thing or the other, and you start like making money from it, it's either you grow complacent or you just keep spending, like you just keep spending the things that you cannot spend on before. Yes, you can spend on it now, and it starts to look weird. Like, okay, what's happening? So I would like for you to please help us go through what it means to actually build financial stability, a sustainable one,
Hmm.
right? Because one thing at COGS, one very important part of being a part of COGS is the fact that you have to build all-round stability. And we have made sure that we've talked about series of stuff around emotional stability. And I feel like we need to actually give consideration into the financial aspect of things, because money makes the world move, kinda. So we
Yeah.
need you to please give us the tool, the tips, into whatever it is. Thank you so much. Please have the floor.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you very much for having me. Um, yeah, right. Money, money, money. It's always cool when we talk about money because, come on, money makes the world go round, just like we said. And you when people will say something, "Owo ni keke inyere." Money is it the backbone of a good form of worship, right? So, yes, I don't know. I think it's not. I should not be starting with definition of finance or so because I believe everyone knows that basic thing that okay, money is important. So I'll just dive straight into the crux of the topic itself, and that's how to build a sustainable to build financial stability. And I would most likely be dwelling on the habits, right, that you can use to build financial stability. So when we talk about financial stability, this is just about you having money or you being in total control of your finance. So when you're in total control of your finance, it means you know what is coming in, you know what is going out, you know what you're spending on, you know what is not a priority. And at the end of the day, when you do this, do that, you still have something left for you, right? So when people look at financial stability cannot be equated to, should I say, financial freedom totally. Now, you do not need to have the whole money in the world that you can buy Lamborghini at a point where you want it and say you're financially stable. No, that is you're just super rich or wealthy. Now, being financially stable means you have a steady source of income, right? A steady source of income that doesn't diminish, and you do not just get into situations where you suddenly go broke. So when we talk about financial stability, I think that's the aspect I want us to be seeing it from for the purpose of this discussion tonight. So for me, I have certain habits. I would like to talk about this habit, then bring in certain examples from myself too. And with that, I would start with few years ago. I was broke and I literally wanted a whole lot of things. But one thing I realized some few years back before now is that I had gotten to certain points that I prayed for. Now, I didn't get to those points that I prayed for just because of prayer alone, right? I put in conscious effort into them. And putting in conscious effort into them means at certain points in time, I was getting to certain levels, right? So my very first job that I had, I was collecting a salary of 15,000 naira per month. So then I remembered if I should get my salary the moment I go to the market, buy a few clothes, and some other things I need, the money is finished or I am down already. So I started thinking of how exactly can I, improve my finance. Now, improving my finance was my main goal, right? To have something more so that I will be able to afford these luxuries that I have. However, I did not notice that what I was trying to build was financial stability because I realized that I had needs, monthly needs that were recurring, right? For instance, now as a person, mostly in this age and time, monthly data is a recurring need. So it is not something that is one off or one time that you plan for. It is something that you plan for monthly. So food is a daily need, so it is a recurring need. Now, you cannot say it is not a one-time thing. That means you need to plan your money in such a way that these things that you need daily, weekly, monthly, they can go on like without you getting into trouble or without you having to borrow or take loans, to live this lifestyle. So that way I started trying to take on more jobs. Okay, I was doing more, and I realized, okay, after 15,000, it increased to a massive 17,500. Like, okay, now it's 17,500 was so massive for me because now I had an increment of 2,005. That means, yes, 2,500 had come upon my money, and it's going to be, going into somewhere else, and yes, it's fixing something for me. So gradually, what that lack of 2,500 I had from the past, right? That thing is now being solved, which means if I was able to save only 2,500 in the past and I lived a certain kind of life, if I keep living that kind of life, then I have 5,000 naira to save. Somehow I have been achieving financial stability. So if we now look at our own life now, many of us would think financial stability means having money like Dangote, having as much as $1. Oh, come on, no, that's not it. That's merely financial freedom. That's merely, you being super wealthy. You have the money. These people, they are financially stable already. Yes, they have a whole lot of streams of income, right? So financial freedom is way beyond financial stability. However, for our level, we need to come down to, yes, where we are, and we must understand that when they are rating the top 10 people, richest people in Africa, come on, our own number is somewhere be like around 15 million. But then that's not just the only point, right? So I think we should just go on. So I have some habits that have helped me in time to build financial stability, and somehow I believe it will. In short, it has been helping a whole lot of people, because these are not just habits I discovered myself. I talked to people, I read books, I learned from the experience of people who took my advice too, because come on, I know myself, I advise people and I learn from the experience too. So it's more like, life lessons are packed in different formats. So these are the life lessons that I've learned, and I would like to share them with you. So number one thing is, if you want to build financial stability, the first habit you should always have is to track your spendings. Track how you spend money. Don't be the kind of person that the moment 2K enters your account, the next thing you want to do is buy food. Food can actually be that block, be that obstacle for some people to be successful in life. Now, I am not saying this from the aspect of, big money. If you have, let's say, 2 million, right, at hand, let's say you're making 2 million per week, I do not think food should be your problem that would hinder your success in life, right? But you see, for someone who is starting small, do not let food be your main focus whenever you have money. Don't come and tell me, if I perish, I perish. This is my last 2K. Or then you will not perish. You will suffer after you finish spending that 2K. So you must understand that you need to track your spendings, how you spend. Now, if you're earning 1K, you must understand that, okay, this 1K, how exactly am I going to spend it judiciously? So keep a track of your spending. And the next one is, when you have a track of your spending, is cut your coat according to your clothes. Very, very simple. If you go, let's say you are the type that likes to have fun and you go out, then you see people buying, I don't know, is it champagne? I don't know what's the most expensive drinks people buy out there, but then they are doing Shanawole, Tonawole, or whatever. Then you know that in your account, you have 10K. Now that 10K is your money for the remaining 15 days of the month. And you now decide that instead of you sticking to bottled water of 250, 250 is very expensive, right, to bottled water. However, let's say you're in a gathering that is expensive. Instead of you to now stick to bottled water of 250, you want to shine out Wale also. So you're now buying something of 8,500 naira. Or then you will suffer. And if God wants to do it for you very, very well, nobody will be willing to help you. So the moment you keep track of your spending, you need to cut your coat according to your clothes, which is very, very simple. So, and the next habit that I have imbibed over time is, I would never borrow to finance a lifestyle. That's one thing I tell myself always, and I advise people. don't borrow to finance a lifestyle, right? If you have to borrow to tell people or show people that you are this, or when you are not that, that's fake life. Like fake life on 4G. So you need to understand that people do not really care. Like, I think that's one thing people need to understand. Many people don't even care about you. Like, if they see you, fine. If they don't see you, that's fine. So why exactly are you now borrowing to please them? Because last, in the end, the only thing they will do is to compliment you. Aside that, what next? So you must understand that the goal, okay, now I think this is one thing we've always been saying that I like. The goal is not to look rich, but to actually be rich. So when you understand that, you would know that, okay, you don't need to borrow to please anyone, because the moment you borrow and it is time to pay the debt and you do not have money, nobody will come to your rescue. The moment you now start telling them, I borrowed so amount so that I can please so number of people, that when then instead of them to help you, they'll be like, what? This is the most ridiculous reason I've ever had in my life, and no one will be willing to help you. So don't borrow to finance a lifestyle. Then another thing is set specific life goals. Set goals. Now, for me, when I was growing up, I would say I want to have 100 million accountable dollars. I don't know if there's anything like that, but then one truth is, it is a goal. That is a goal. However, that goal is so vague that how exactly do I achieve that? So, right, one of the best ways to set goals is to make sure your goals are specific. The moment your goals are now specific, you must break them down into short-term goals. So now let's say I want to get rich in my life, right? I want to have 100 million accountable dollars. The first question you should ask yourself is, what exactly would I need to make that 100 million accountable dollars, right? So how much will I need to make, let's say, per week, per year, per day, or per month to make that dream a possibility, right? So at what age is the deadline for me to make this amount that I'm dreaming of making? For many of us, that it is 25 years of age. God, I don't know who set up 25 years of age as, let's say, the age for making money in this life. That person has done us a great disservice, and it's very, very funny. I won't lie, because many of us, well, that's us, because we're 25. No, we're not without 100 million accountable dollars yet, but we're 1,000 years, right? So thank God for growth. So short, want to make so much money now, set short-term goals along it, right? So let's say in the next 10 years, my aim is to make 20 million. I'll just write it down. Go now, break it down to a yearly thing. That means if I want to make 20 million in the next 10 years, I need to start making 2 million naira per year, right? So 2 million naira per year makes sense. However, for you who is not earning much, you might feel like, this goal is too big. No, don't make it too big for yourself. Make it easy. Now, if you need to make 2 million naira per year, how much do you then need to make in a month? So the moment, okay, 2 million per year, in a month, that means I need to be making like 170 something thousand. That makes a lot of sense, right? So in a month, okay, this is my, again, break it down to weekly, right? How much do you need to make in a week? We have 4 weeks in a month, so divide that amount by 4. Wow, this thing is making more sense, right? So when you break it down like that, and you have a weekly target, or for some people who are into daily jobs, you can break it down to a daily thing. Then you know in your mind and heart that, okay, I have a daily target. The moment you are able to hit that target, and you still have time left to work for that day, you'll be like, okay, you know what? I think I should start working towards tomorrow's target. So everything gets easier that way. You don't have to start putting pressure on yourself and a whole lot of things, right? So set life goals. However, make sure they are specific. Then when those goals are specific already, break them down into short-term goals to make everything easier for you. Then the next thing, or next habit I have cultivated over time, right, is to make a monthly budget. Truthfully, I falter in this thing now. And should I say probably that's because, should I say this? My finance has probably improved a bit, right? And I have not totally adjusted to the current reality. So over time, before, the moment I realized, okay, my salary, the whole salary I have for this month is 80,000 naira. The next thing I budget now, I'm this person, I still live in my parents' house, so I don't really spend on food and a whole lot of things. So I just budget that, you see, this month then, I'm only spending 30,000. I don't want to know if everyone is falling, nothing will take any amount from, except in cases of emergency. So I make a monthly budget. Okay, this 30,000 that I want to spend, I don't just put it down like I want to spend 30,000. Come on, that's vague. Because in the end of, at the end of the day, what am I spending the 30,000 on? So I make 10,000 is going into transportation. If I want to have fun with my friends, 5,000 is going away. I keep track of how I'm going to spend. So if I'm outside somewhere and let's say the only thing my budget at that period can carry is Vijumilk, and people are buying Hollandia yogurt, I'm very, very sorry, except if they want to buy for me from their money. I don't think I will be willing to buy. I am not, I have this kind of discipline when it comes to money, right? So I just tell people, well, I don't feel like taking Hollandia, or I can just say I'm allergic to it, although that's crazy, but I make sure I stick to my monthly budget, right? So the next thing, or one of the things that I enjoy doing the most, now, this is something I started. Okay.
Yes, I am back. I don't know what happened. We all went off for a while, but it's okay.
Okay.
You stopped at
So,
the place where you're talking about someone buying Hollandia yogurt or whatever it is for you.
okay. Okay, I wasn't lost for long then. So if someone wants to buy Hollandia and all I can afford is Viju, I do not, bother myself to buy whatever they're buying. I just stay on my own, stay in my lane, bring up excuses that would make sure I do not buy that Hollandia. So that way, I do not go over my monthly budget. So another habit I cultivated, this was especially during my service in 2020, I learned to automate my savings. At first, it was hard. I would like to, I'm the kind of person who saves before removing money for a whole lot of things. So then, let's say I collect my 33K alawi. The first thing I do is save 10K, settle whatever I want to settle. Then I did this automation on PiggyVest, right? 200 naira per day. So I think they removed the money around 5 a.m. So by the time I wake up for prayer like this in the morning, I'm waking up to see a lot of 200 naira removed. Now, that thing makes sense. I enjoyed it at that period because it's making sense. But the days that it doesn't make sense is towards the end of the month when all you have left in your account is, let's say, 1K or 2K. And it does this banana, 200 naira, 1,000 naira is meaning 800. Come on, how would you withdraw and all of this? So it's funny when you don't really have much, but then it's cool. It's super cool because it helps you. It helps you build discipline. It helps you stay within your budget. It helps you learn how to save, right? So, and another thing, another habit is start investing. Start investing now. I mean now. So you don't need to be Warren Buffett. You don't need to be these big guys from the Lions Den. You don't need to be Tony Elumelu. In short, you don't need to be any of those big guns before you start investing. Investment doesn't have to be a multi-millionaire project. Investment can be something as small as having a business that gives you 10,000 naira per day. Well, is that small? That's big. An investment can be as small as having a business that gives you 1,000 naira, 300 naira, 500 naira. In short, as long as something is bringing you money per day and it's a continuous stream of income for you, and it's not like if your overall profit from an investment is 100 naira per day, come on, 365 days, and it's going on for a year like that. And who says you would not, expand this venture as time goes on? So learn to start investing. Disabuse, or should I say, take away that notion from your mind that investment is something big. Investment doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be, come on, You don't need to buy shares in MTN before you know that you're investing, right? So you can invest in something very, very small. So, and this is one part that I like for the boys, especially. This habit helped me a whole lot. Never feel too big to negotiate. So you just get to a seller, the seller, how much do they sell this, let's say, biscuit? Then the person says 2.5. So because you are a guy, you now say, but may I pay 2.4 or 2.450? Are you kidding me? Are you whining? Now let me give you an example. I was at the market one day with okay, I think my mom, let me use my mom, okay, no, my sister. Yeah, I remember. This guy was selling an earring, this outside guys. Then the guy came around. My sister said, how much is this earring? The outside guy said 800 naira. My sister was like, King, you know, this 17 naira. I looked at her like, God, are you kidding me? Someone said 800, they're saying 17 naira. Now, she bought that earring or whatever it was for a very, very ridiculous price. Like, it was way, way, way more than less than 700% of what that guy said, because I remember so well, she did not buy that thing beyond 100 naira. And I was pitying that guy at a point, like, wait, how would this guy make profit? But I understood one thing, the power of negotiation, right? That guy was willing to cheat her, probably because of the way he saw her. And this is one habit common with we guys, right? We kind of pity people when it comes to money matters, right? When someone says something is 1K, the next thing is, so in order not to hurt this person's feelings, let me remove 100 naira or 200. Are you kidding me? The person that is giving you that price, do you think that person is that nice? Actually, let's even forget about being nice or not. If the price is not favorable to them, if the price you have in mind is not favorable to them, then they will not sell. So let it go, which is very, very simple. It's not a must you get that thing, right? So what I'm trying to say is learn to negotiate, like negotiate well. I cannot go to the market now and the normal price for popular now, the big one is 500 naira. Then someone says in the market now and is telling me, and this thing is 700 naira. Believe me, I'll walk away from his front. There's no point. There's nothing to form about. I am in the trenches, right? We're both in the trenches, so there's no reason why I should cheat me. So learn when you understand the value for money, and I believe mostly it is people who have not worked much for money, or who are getting money for free, or who are not stressing to get money, that would spend without considering some things. Like you need to understand, when you know the real value of money, you will not just play with it anyhow. So you will not just start dashing out things. So yes, for guys, please learn to negotiate. It matters a whole lot. So never feel too big to negotiate. Then another habit that I enjoy and I like, for cultivating financial stability is stay educated on financial issues. This is one big thing I like, right? Because many people know me to. Some people even think probably I studied finance in school. Some people call me a finance person. Although I've worked as a finance officer, okay, I'm still working as a finance officer actually. And my very first book that I will publish is on finance, financial responsibility. So you see, finance is a big thing. I have had interest in finance since I was in the university, although I grew up in a business home, so obviously finance has always been in my head. But then, like, I took deep interest in finance in the university, and I've been studying a whole lot around it, and it's making sense for me. So yes, finance, be educated on finance issues, right? Please know the basic things about the laws of demand and supplies, know the basic things about economics. It will help you a whole lot. So you don't just start making some stupid financial, okay, maybe that's what I'm trying to say, but then stop making financial decisions that will come back to hurt you, right? So I think, okay, then one thing is live below your means. Come on, this one is a big one. Live below your means. Please, live below your means. Was it last year? Okay, 2020, 2021, I was in a bus one day in Lagos, and we got into this conversation, and there was this man with 2, 3 wives, right? And numerous number of kids. And they're managing one room, and this guy doesn't even feel remorseful. He kept feeling like maybe, I don't know, in short, I don't remember that. But then It's simple. If you are earning 10,000 naira per month, do not live a lifestyle of 50,000. Are you kidding me? It doesn't even make any sense. Live below it. So if you're making 10,000 per month, I expect that the lifestyle you're living should be, let's say, well, I won't say half, maybe more than half of your income, but not totally that amount or even above it. So live below it. Live a life of, let's say, 7,000. So 3,000, you know, that 3,000 is going into somewhere. That 3,000 you're saving every time will help your life in the future, right? So that is how I believe everyone should live, which is still the same thing referring to cut your coat according to your clothes, not even according to your size, right? Because let's say you on a norm you use 5 yards for up and down. Um, I don't know, up and down, sharp, like the native. So you now have 4 yards of clothes. Mr. Man, you don't need to, you know, do something tight. How about you sew a short-sleeved shirt, short knicker, or three-quarter? You know, just find a way, do something. For me, I always say it. If the last piece of clothes you have is something small, then a piece of handkerchief is clothing too. So cut your coat according to your clothes. You don't need to go out of your way to do things that you cannot afford. So the next one is take calculated risk. Uh, this is big, right? Take calculated risk. Now, when I say take calculated risk, I'm not saying Man U Liverpool now, go and stake money on Liverpool. No. Now that's risk on the part of boys, right? Then for the ladies, take calculated risk. I'm not saying okay, well, people know their risks here. Your risks, the risks you are taking should be calculated. They should not be risks that will put you in trouble. So don't come and say, and they say life is all about risk. So you are risking everything. Or penny, you will suffer. See, Oju Abu, but then ensure that every risk you're taking in this life is well calculated, and you know the end product. Like you know the end product should be something you envision. It should not just be that okay, you want to do something that you do not even know what it will result to in the end. So you must make sure that every risk you're taking in this life is well calculated. Then the next thing, which is more like something I've talked about before, invest in yourself, right? Invest in yourself, learn more, know about yourself, know about your finances, know about your lifestyle, do a self-check, right? Conduct a self-analysis. Know that, okay, what is that thing that I cannot do without? What is this thing that I know that, okay, it is very, very important to me? So the knowledge of all of these things here help shape, or they play a part in your financial life. In short, they play a part in overall the way you live your life generally. However, they make more sense to you when it comes to sorting your finances. Then lastly is take care of your health. I know this is not finance related, but believe me, it is someone who is healthy that can make money. I don't think I've ever seen someone in coma, except someone who, should I say, built a business, a sustainable business before, right? Who has attained financial stability, that will be in coma and they'll still be making money. So if you know you yourself, you are your brand, you yourself, you are your business, you must learn to take care of your health because it matters. It is only a living person that can live a life of fulfillment. It is only a living person, a healthy person. They say health is wealth. So if you do not take care of your health, believe me, whatever you make in this life, you're spending it the wrong way on getting good health. So I think those are the best and quality habits that has helped me, and I believe can help you, to attain financial stability. So on this note, I would like to say thank you very much, Balkis, for having me. I would like to submit at this point. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. Like, this was mind blowing. 13 points. Like, I was writing every single one of them. Like, if you check the comment section, no. You killed it. Thank you so much for that. And I would like to say thank you very much once again on behalf of COGS, on behalf of those that will be checking the replay, on behalf of those that are online right now, I am saying a very big thank you so much, Abdul Gazadi. And I know that this is just a tip of the iceberg, and you have a lot for us, and then you're not, you just decide to, like, them just give this small one. So let me ask, before I ask my questions, I hope that when next we call you to please come give us other beautiful nuggets of life that you have to offer. I hope you're going to be willing to actually share your time with us.
That's not a problem at all. That's not a problem. Just call once and I'll be there.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. And please, if you have any questions, please drop them. There is no question. I have a question. So there is a part where you said that live below your means. You say there's something that I want you to understand, that it's very, very important that we show that we are show up and shut down. You have to blink in the eyes of the world. And
Oh.
this is on the part of my gender, right? Because we have the means we have and the life we are living self, it's actually above, like it's well apart. So what would you say to the ladies? I know you've given the guys so many no, this is for the guys, no, this is for the guys, no problem. We are going to act as if we didn't hear all of those ones. However, my question is, what would you say to a person, let's say earning 30,000, a lady, and now she's surrounded by people that, what they are earning, right? But then there's, should I call it, frivolous in her spending, you know? And there is also the idea of, oh, I have some, it might not be a boyfriend or whatever, it might just be a dad or something that is willing to give at every point in time that she calls. So I want to know in the future, like, what projection would you give, and what advice would you give in order to curb whatever it is that that future is looking like? Thank you. That's my question.
No. All right. Thank you very much. I think on that now I probably directed my nugget the most towards guys because I'm a guy myself and I have lived this life, right? So I think I understand. Yeah, a whole lot of things were inspired by Sakpa. I have been in the trenches for a while now, so I know how it feels. I'm still in the trenches, obviously. I have a VIP session in the trenches. So what I'm saying is, for a lady who, who has a circle of friends who are earning probably more and are into this frivolous lifestyle, and she has a guy she can always call to for it. But then see, 30,000 is cool, quote and unquote, for a lady. 30,000 is cool at some point. But believe me, 30,000 is not cool for adulthood at all. Come on, adulthood and you're earning 30,000, especially in the current Nigeria we have. No, no, no. So one thing is, when you want to live below your budget, right, it takes a lot of dedication, it takes a lot of strength, it takes deliberate effort because it's not easy, especially when you're exposed to a certain kind of life, right? Especially with the ladies, because mostly, come on, it's ladies now. Parties, even at parties, right? Ladies free entry, they kind of enjoy, the spendings from guys, and also, yeah, ladies are a special breed, the most privileged set of people in life. So what advice I would give to ladies in that situation is this: do not compare yourself to others, right? You're not others, you're yourself. We look at life in such a way that I keep saying it, there is no food for lazy man, but a lazy woman is cashing out steady. A lady in that kind of situation who understands what she wants from life must see herself as a man. You have a responsibility to yourself. So you don't need to tell me that because I am a lady, so I cannot do some things, I cannot work. Last year, I was working at Jumia warehouse at Ikeja, Lagos, and that's the first point in my life where I would see ladies working really, really hard. So, I at a point I wanted to complain that, come on, I would take the day off. And the next thing my manager told me was, look at ladies doing this work. So why would you want to take a day off, right? Now, I took my day off because, come on, it was coming from the angle of stress and I needed to regain my strength and all. So, but I have seen hardworking ladies. I have seen ladies going, the biggest or the widest of length to make ends meet without having to resort to, I think, some things some other ladies would do. I don't want to, put any tag to it or so. So my idea for my advice for them is be yourself, understand yourself, understand what you want, because you cannot, because the fact that you're in a circle of people who spend big and, frivolous things does not mean you should be too. Then be deliberate about your efforts. See, if your cycle would affect the way your life would be, right? If your cycle, let's say the cycle are those who are not working now and they're getting money from guys and all, there's no crime in this life to leave that cycle of friends, because these people, they're having a negative effect on you. Now they are putting you on your toes because of their lifestyle. So, and the lifestyle is not funded by something that is morally right. So very, very simple. Pack your shoes and run away. Now, make friends with, now go find another cycle. There's something I've always said. People who are down cannot help those who are down with them. See, it is easy when we say all of us are in a ditch and we want to help raise ourselves, right? So the next thing we do is somebody will be down, then another person probably climbs over that person, another person climbs, and somehow we get to the top of the ditch, right? So that person, that last person to get to the top still has to put in much effort. Now, compare that to everyone is in a ditch, then someone comes from the top, drags or drops down a rope, and everybody follows that rope to get to the top. It is easy, or it is better when someone from the top draws someone from the bottom than when someone from the bottom tries to get to the top. Down people cannot help down people. It is those at the top that can help those that are down easily. So change that cycle and find the cycle of people who are at the top, right? People who are at the top, morally, financially, and all. Those are the kind of people that can help your cause. Those are the kind of people that can take you to the top also. So that kind of lady, I don't know, even this applies to guys also. So change that cycle, find a cycle of people who are doing better than you legitimately, and grow with them. Grow with them. People who are, growing legitimately have so many life lessons to teach you aside the financial part of life. So I think that's my simple 1 cent for that kind of lady. Leave the cycle. Forget about the life of someone. If I ask someone will give me or not. Be responsible for yourself and to yourself. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so much
taking our
for
time to
taking
actually
out time
explain
to
that.
actually explain that.
You're welcome.
Please, can you mute
Please,
yourself?
can you mute
I
yourself?
am getting feedback here. Okay. So guys, if you have questions, please let me know in the comment, and let me know whatever it is that you'd like to ask our guest. We're going to drop the link to his profiles right in the description of this video. You can check his profile in the description of the video, but the link will be added to this. And I want to say a very big thank you to every single person who was online with us tonight. Cogs Weekly is a weekly session that we come together, we bring in people to come give very inspiring and action-driven templates to living certain aspects of life. We've had Brand with Reina Asiloko Titilayo come talk about self-discovery. And if you missed that class, please make sure to check for the Telegram link. It is right there on the group. We had Anifa Sadu. She was there to actually share with us everything that has to do with resilience. Trust me, when hard times comes in, it's only resilience that can help you move forward. And we've had the summit last week. If you missed that, please just go back and take out time to watch that, because that was just like extremely amazing. And if you're just coming back here and you're just seeing this video too, make sure to start from the beginning and watch every single one. We had 13 amazing points. 13 on how to build financial stability, habits you need to actually inculcate and imbibe in your life, especially for guys, because it's a guy that we brought, but no problem. However, guys, thank you so much for everything that you are to this course. Thank you so much, Abdul Muiz, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my community manager, Zakaria, always showing up at every point in time. Thank you very, very much. And Fatima wasn't here because she's not feeling too well. So please say a prayer for her and just help me say thank you to all of these amazing people. Until next week again, next week is going to be super, super amazing. I'm bringing in another amazing person that I have been able to learn from, and you just don't want to miss this. So subscribe to the channel, watch all of those videos, listen to the ones you can listen to, and let me know what is working for you in the comments. Or you can also send us messages on Instagram, or just send me a direct message on WhatsApp if you have my WhatsApp contact, or just find Balkis Amzat on the space of the internet. And trust me, I am there for you. And just tell me, oh, I'm from Cogs and I found this and I want clarity on this. And trust me, you are in the right place. Until next week, when we see again, Friday, 9 p.m. on this space, I mean Balkis Samzat, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.